What's up, people? D from the Sibs podcast. Let me update real quick. So I just did a video on Abdullah Mason, and in that video I discussed about the lightweight division, talking about Floyd Schofield, and I mentioned Tank with the WBA at lightweight at 135. I wasn't sure if he vacated or not vacated, but I was on Ring looking at the news section, and so announcement here saying Gervonta Davis, WBA title vacant. Schofield, but in Bahad, man, these names, bro. Bahdi, Body, order for a belt. So that WBA is vacant, and I thought Schofield they racing to be the champion. So let's see. I'm kind of going to skim through this article here. Find this on the Ring. Sorry, I'm not sharing it. I'm kind of recording on my phone, looking at stuff on my laptop. But just need to look over here. So WBA has made its move regarding their lightweight title. Let's see. So I mentioned in another video, uh, Davis is champion in recess, and Floyd Schofield and Lucas Badhi, he's ranked number one and number two at 135 pounds. I wonder have been ordered to fight for the vacant title. Okay, cool. I like that. I don't know why people make a big deal about the whole email thing. I think that started with the whole Devin Haney and Loma when the WBC had their, I forgot the whole ordeal about like 4 or 5 years ago, the super champion, but they was using another term. But okay, besides the point. Uh, okay. So when Davis returns, he'll be allowed an immediate shot at whoever holds his old belt. The WBA alluded to Davis has had to deal with numerous legal issues over the past 8 months. Okay, and it kind of goes into all of that. I understand he's a boxer. I don't really get into like personal stuff because I don't care. That's just me personally. I'm a fan of Tank as a fighter. But for me to make a video about legal issues, different things, it's kind of be working that out, working that out. Okay, and it goes more into all of that. Mhm. Okay, I mentioned Schofield. Okay, so Schofield hasn't been in action since he made a quick work of Tevin Farmer, stopping the former champion in round one. That was back in June of 2025. So it's been a whole year. And I think Schofield is like 25 years old, under 25 years old, and like, bro, why are you not fighting? And Body get a chance for his first world title. He's undefeated in 24 fights and picked up a wide decision against Roger Gutierrez last August. Let's see who is Body? Who is his brother? I probably didn't seen him fight. Lucas Body. Okay, let's see. Lightweight, 72-inch reach, 173 centimeters. And convert that to the customary system. Now, let me see. 20-0, 15 KOs. Okay. He's 32. Let me see what his previous fights were. Roger Gutierrez, Ryan James, Armando Casamonica. Oh, this is the dude that knocked down H2O, Ashton Slife. Okay, he got some pop. It'd be a good little scrap if they actually gets made. So we'll see what happens there. But I did want to update that. And the other thing that I wanted to update as well, I mentioned and I made it a short about Vito Milanicki versus Ammo Williams. So reported that he's made a deal with Matchroom Boxing. And Vito was initially Milanicki Jr. I think PBC, right? I mean, Top Rank. Let's see. Initially. Okay, so he was signed with Samson Boxing, and I guess Samson Boxing does work with Top Rank. So that's why I thought, okay, okay, 'cause I think he fought on Top Rank quite a bit. Okay, but yeah, I saw that too because that's a fight I mentioned. I did a little short story on that. Um, I think that's like I said, gonna be a good fight between Vito and Ammo Williams. So I said to me, that's another 50-50 about who can win. We'll see what happens. But click on this one. It's another article on the ring. Just touching base on this. Okay, so Eddie Hearn's Metro Boxing has signed the middleweight contender, Mr. Vito. So White Magic Milanicki. Okay. 24 years old, turned pro in 2019 while still in high school. So he did entertain an offer from Zuffa late last year. Milanicki signed a promotional deal with Samson Lukowicz in December, but Milanicki only had one fight with him, a 10-round unanimous decision win against Omar Herrera in April. So he's also been tied to Bob Arum's top-ranking boxing Al Heyman. Yeah, he was with Premier Boxing Champions, or at least fought on that platform. I don't know if he actually had a promotional deal with them. But that's a good scrap match room. That's a very good scrap. Again, it kind of goes to like his background. He made his middleweight debut in 2025 because he was with PBC or fought on there, and then because he was at junior middleweight, the 154 division. Um, okay, that's what's up right there. Excuse me, my bad. So yeah, I think that's a good signing. Matchroom that would be an in-house fight with Ammo Williams, and I would say in that fight, Ammo Williams is more of the experienced guy based off competition. That does not mean it's going to translate to a W in the night of the fight, but based off who he fought, has fought, I would say better comp that would edge Ammo Williams, but anything can happen in that ring. But yeah, I just want to touch base on those two things that I saw, far as news, and also touching base on, let's look at this. Also, let me go ahead and touch on this. I want to look at the middleweight, it's actually middleweight division, 160-pound division, because that's also another division. I know it's not really hot like 154 is or how 140 is, or yeah, I think some other weight classes, or even featherweight is right now. I think featherweight is going to be a hot division when these guys start fighting. But let's look at the middleweight division. Because I was thinking after Jahad Tucker had fought on the undercard of Boots Zayas, I was like, man, who could be some potentials for him. That's where this initially came from, and I said I start looking at the weight class as a whole. Now we know we got Carlos Adames, and I thought he was going up to 68, because I heard that he may still be at 60. We'll see. Yolini Hernandez. I've heard about him. I haven't seen him fight. I think he's more like a power puncher, like come forward type guy. You still got Laura. You got young Troy Isley. I know he recently left Top Rank and signed to another promotion. Amari Jones, Aaron McKenna, Chris Eubank, Jesus Ramos, and you got Jahad Tucker at 10. This is like the top 10, and that's the weight class, but I'm going to look at each um, ranking as far as IBF and the title holders. So it looks like right now the IBF is no, because then I'm going to go through it. So right now, the IBF and I believe the WBO, I believe Janabek holds both of those. Yeah, the WBO Janabek does, and he has the IBF. Lara still has the WBA, and then WBC is Carlos Adames. So we need to get something cracking between these three. Because you got Carlos, got one. Lara, got one. You guys got to start fighting, man. You got to start fighting comp. Like, for real, for real. Yeah, period. We got a Carlos Adames. You got Lara. Like, let's go, Lara. Carlos Adames. Let's let's make something happen. I understand, these guys sign different deals where they can only fight on certain platforms or they're with one promotional company. It's cool to see with like Top Rank, Matchroom, uh, Frank Warren Dar, I forgot the name of his um I forgot the name of his promotional company, it'll come back to me. But all of them, even some PBC, but for sure, fighting on his own platform, which makes that piece of it easier. Only thing right now with the whole Zuffa, but with this middleweight division, like I want to see these cats fighting. Like as far as Jahad Tucker, I mentioned. I know you got potentially you got Vito versus Ammo Williams, so we got to see what happens there. It's like let's see what's going on with it. It's good to see. Well, as far as with Jahad being in the top 10 in this weight class, quoting the ring, he fought Sedeno and beat him. He was ranked in some of the fighting with some of these. I think this is IBF. He was at 7 at the time in WBO at 7. So we got some matches that need to get made just in general in this weight class to really get it going. Because to me, the more these guys fight, I think Troy Isley, young guy that can really go. That's a good scrap for whoever. But we got to get it going. Like it's time out for waiting around. It's time out. To me, period in boxing. Like that's why the whole like Haney and Shakur thing, like we as fans should not even be knowing like any type of negotiations or these guys potentially may fight. I understand guys talk, that's their right. As fighters to talk, they talk, run their mouth, whatever. Hopefully back it up in the ring or not. But like I want some traction. That's why I like the way Boots is moving. The way David Benavidez is moving as far as that piece of it is why they really seem like they're willing to fight anybody. David Benavidez between cruiserweight, light heavyweight. So anybody can get it for Boots. I know he Juan Fundora, Virgil Ortiz, uh, Josh Kelly. Honestly, that should be the next fight. If you can't get Fundora, go get Josh Kelly. And grab another belt. The same thing with Virgil. You come back like, hey, if I can't get, if I was Boots, I wouldn't fight Virgil. He needs to, if not with Virgil, I wouldn't jump into a Boots fight. Just from a mindset of like, let me get this rust off. You've been out for about a year. About a year. So you need to get a fight under you. And it should be a fight versus good comp, in my opinion, for Virgil. For real. But Virgil's a good fighter. Like he's a talented fighter with his style and everything. But outside of that, like going back to Boots and David, um, Bam, Rodriguez, some of these guys that I have at my top pound for pound or on my pound for pound list, like they ready, they like going after it. But hopefully with the middleweight division and all divisions in boxing, but focusing on middleweight, I want to see these guys go. I want to see more unified champions. Like we honestly becoming undisputed should become more of like a norm in boxing. Not because it's easy to do. It's not easy to do because you're literally having to face the best within your weight class, whoever those guys may be. That's why I respect Earl Spence so much because he went and took the belts from 3 different people, went to the UK, got that belt, it was IBF belt he got, took it, Mr. Chocolate Brownies. Yeah, took it from Kell Brook. I was trying to remember the name. Kell Brook. When it took the WBC strap off of Sean Porter, after Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia in a close fight, mind you. I ain't gonna lie, that was a close fight. And he defended against a Cuban guy. Sean Porter. That was a knockdown in that fight. Ugas. Or Dennis Ugas, yeah. I thought that was a knockdown with no slip. But that's besides the point. Then he went, some years later, after the car accident, went and fought Ugas. I think that was for the WBA because Terrence, had that, the top ranking have the WBO on lock, had the WBO. We know what happened there. But I'm just saying, as far as you fighting the guys who got the belt, taking them joints. And that's what thing, or maybe more situations where, hey, this guy, I go fight this champion. I already got a belt. Hey, I got 2 belts. You got 2 belts. We meet undisputed bout. Let's go. And I think that's what the middleweight division is potentially could look like. We see what happens with Janibek. We see what happens with Lar. We see what happens with Adames, who I like Adames a lot. Carlos Adames, man, I like his style. I like what he be doing, man. I like what he be doing. For real, for real. But we'll see what happens. Well, let's get to it. Let's see the best fighting the best within these weight classes. No more waiting around. No more talking as if we're the best. Let's see it in action. I don't care. I'm not about to clown nobody because they style. It ain't got to be a rock'em sock'em robots. I'm saying whether you a boxer, pure boxer like Shakur, and Devin Haney as far as the movement. To me, I'm a boxing fan. Every fight not gonna look like Boots and Xander Zayas. Every fight not gonna have a knockdown or knockouts or a TKO victory. But I want to see the best fighting the best, hopefully at their best. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Time out for games, man. Last thing, let me see something. I'm checking Carlos Adames. I just want to see. Let me see. I still believe he's at 160. I don't think he's going up. I remember seeing him on the PBC fighting at 154. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's still at, 160. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That Cuban bull, he be getting to it, dog. I like Carlos. I like Laura. Hey, he long in the tooth, but hey, putting people out. Another Cuban bull. Gotta see what Janet Beck do. He nice too. See, let's go. Let's go. We don't need to wait. Ain't nobody getting no younger. We'll get to it. What you got to lose? Let's make it happen. I'm out.